Swapped in the Pen, Complete Bundle. Written by Kinky Press. Narrated by Phil Doucet and Marcus M. Wilde.
Swapped in the Pen 1. Written by Kinky Press. Narrated by Phil Doucet. Chapter 1. Prison Life. He took the other man in his mouth. Over the past several months, this was something he had grown to excel at. The texture of a man is different from that of a woman's. Rougher, but still smooth and slick. Ronnie was acutely aware of his surroundings as he began sliding his lips and tongue down the other man's shaft. You had to be careful in a place like this. A low rumbling moan slipped from the large man whose cock he had begun to service. He took that as a cue to increase the intensity, creating more suction in each stroke of his mouth, moving his tongue over the head at the peak of every beat. His bunkmate's name was Philippe, a large and imposing Polish guy who was part of the group which was ruling the penitentiary. Philippe grabbed Ronald's short hair and used it as handles, pushing his head down further onto his erection. This was a common thing with him and all the other Aryans. Control was important. Ronnie relaxed his throat to accommodate the added pressure, but not much. There had to be some gagging for Philippe to be satisfied. The length of the cock slipping in and out of him was incredible. He could feel the head grinding against the walls of his throat as it went further and further down. The sensation made him turned on, and he could feel his own cock expanding between his legs, which is something that never used to happen before. Philippe was getting close, and he began ramming himself down into Ronnie, with no regard for his well-being, pushing himself until not even the base of his cock could be seen. Ronnie felt like a sleeve for the larger man's member, and just a tool for his pleasure. His eyes began to burn. He wouldn't be able to take this much longer. Sloshing sounds were coming from his mouth as his saliva production increased even further. Philippe's moaning suddenly got loud, and his thigh muscles tightened. Ronnie could feel him coming, releasing waves of pleasure from his twitching cock far down into his throat. He had to swallow many times with his throat still full of cock, and he came away coughing and spitting as Philippe withdrew from between his lips. As Philippe pulled up his beige overalls and walked out, he looked over his shoulder. "Good job, princess. See you tomorrow." The walls of his prison cell felt more grim than ever, the gray colors more depressing, and the erection in his overalls very confusing. With his small frame and slender body, he had been targeted from the start for sexual favors. It was rough at the start, but he got protection from the gang he was servicing, which was very important. Ronnie hid under his covers to relieve himself, but just as he was about to take cum, a guard entered his cell. "Inspection time. Get out of bed, inmate. The shot."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?